since they're playing highlights of it all week, how do you kind of look back at the Diggs miracle catch game? You get a warm, fuzzy feeling every time you see the replays of it, or what would you say?
Come on, man. We're concentrating on the Saints this week. We don't care about 3 years ago or whatever it was.
It's like every few months the NFL page posting them like, bro, it's over with. Yeah. They didn't win the Super Bowl and we didn't win the Super Bowl. It was just a play that was a great play. It happened. 1 in a million play, but all right, it's over.
That's Mike Zimmer, the Vikings coach, Marshawn Lattimore, who was on the field for the Minneapolis Miracle. It was a poorly designed defense. I remember we broke that apart, and it just was a bad play by the Saints, and it worked out perfectly for the Vikings. But it's over. It's done. It has no bearing on this game. But there is such a clear and obvious connection between the teams. It was just 2 years ago, 2 cycles ago. Of course it's going to get mentioned. And I think that the worst thing the Saints could do is dwell on that or dwell on what happened last year. They've got to forget about 2 years of playoff failure and focus on the task at hand. And I think the bigger challenge for them psychologically, Chris, is getting over the idea that they shouldn't be playing at all this weekend.
Sure.
Right? They should have a bye. The Seahawks should have won. And there were multiple opportunities for the Seahawks to win, including one that came from a non-call of defensive pass interference.
Yeah.
So I think that's really the challenge for Sean Payton, getting his guys to embrace this moment when they know deep down they should be sitting back watching for other teams play.
Well, I've gotten to the point where I'm done questioning that. Like, I think you should too. I mean, one thing we know is that, Sean Payton's just a hell of a coach, and his team's always ready, and they're always tough, and they're always prepared. You didn't pick them to go to the playoffs this year. Why? Because you didn't think they were going to – I'm just like throwing you under the bus on that one. But why? I get it. Because we just weren't sure they could bounce back. I think they've answered every question the whole year. Oh, Drew Brees got hurt?
I wasn't sure about Drew Brees.
Yeah, right.
I wasn't sure about Brees even before he got hurt.
No, I know.
Thought Father Time was starting to catch up to him.
I get you.
And he ends up having statistically the best season of his career.
Right, and I get you. And then, he does get hurt, and we go, oh, what'll happen with the Saints? Oh, they go 5-0 without Drew Brees. So they constantly answer the bell, and I have no doubt about that. I really don't. I really, listen, Mike, I look at this game and just go, how do the Vikings have a chance? Just ask, that's what I really want to say. Can the Vikings keep this close? I think the Saints are going to whoop the crap out of your Minnesota Vikings. I'm sorry. But
I don't disagree with you. How do you even begin to stop Michael Thomas?
Right.
Listen, yesterday, Mike Zimmer was asked about Xavier Rhodes potentially covering Michael Thomas. Are you kidding? And he seemed to suggest that that's how he's going to do it. Are you kidding me? Xavier Rhodes on Michael Thomas? He'll have 20 catches.
Well, yes, it's not going to be great that way. And, Minnesota, okay, Xavier Rhodes is a big guy. I think that's probably where that logic is. He's big. He can, maybe handle the physicality of Michael Thomas.
You're a big guy, too.
Well, you're right. And I couldn't cover him worth a damn. You're exactly right. And added to the fact that it's a whole different ballgame when Michael Thomas is all of a sudden in the slot 90% of the game. And you can go 2 different ways out of that slot position as far as inside or outside. It's not like, I'm on the outside and have a sidelines over here. So if Xavier Rhodes is going to match up against Michael Thomas in the slot, good night, Xavier Rhodes in the Minnesota defense. But that's what scares me. Minnesota's defense, okay, yes, it's a good front four, but it's a great offensive line in the Saints. The run game has picked up. I think the Minnesota defense a little too predictable at times in how they line up and things. I don't think that bodes well against Sean Payton and Drew Brees. So that's scary in itself. I just look at the Saints and just think it's only a matter of time before they start moving the ball in that Minnesota defense. And then the other side, what do you guys want to do? Run the ball with Dalvin Cook? Great. The Saints D-line they're one of the best in football at stopping the run. And then I'm not going to sit here and go, well, I expect Kirk Cousins and this underwhelming passing attack when they don't have the bootlegger play action available because the run game's not working. I expect them to take over. No, I don't. I think Minnesota's in deep trouble in this football game. This is one where I'm not even hiding my pick. I think the Saints are going to win this game in dominant fashion and be pissed off that they're playing at all.
Is there any set of facts that you envision where you could be wrong, where the Vikings could steal this. I mean, this is the first time they've got all their weapons healthy on offense since week 6.
Right.
Thielen is back, Adam Thielen, great receiver. He didn't have any catches week 16 against the Packers, but he claims he's healthy. Stephon Diggs is healthy. Dalvin Cook is healthy. Alexander Mattison is healthy. Both guys fully participated in practice on Wednesday. If they can
run the ball, right?
Formula. If they can run the ball, then it opens up the bootlegs, it opens up the play-action passes. You're not going to win with conventional drop-back pocket passing from Kirk Cousins because he doesn't have enough time, and he doesn't have that Tom Brady style of anticipation. The walls close in on him, and it doesn't work. If you don't have that defensive line, lose a little of its steam worrying about Dalvin Cook and Alexander Mattison. And I think it all comes down to whether or not they can run the ball. And we'll know early.
Yeah,
right?
we will.
I think it's safe to say the Vikings are either going to be in this or they're going to get blown off the field. And then there is that very real Sean Payton dynamic where we've seen him dissect the Mike Zimmer defenses in the past. He knows where the holes are. He knows what the tendencies are because it is a system. It is not a game-specific attack.
Yes, exactly right. That's it. It is a system, and there's a certain way they approach things. You know, if Mike Zimmer doesn't throw a few curveballs at Sean Payton, it's going to be a long day. He's going to have to do that. But, you know, to your point, too, with the run game, you're right. That's going to be, to me, where it's won and lost. Yeah, Minnesota's been a very good running football team this year, especially when Dalvin Cook is healthy. He's arguably the best tailback in football when he's been healthy. But, man, the New Orleans Saints, they got some dudes up front. I mean, some big, heavy hitters who could stop the run. When you just start talking about, you know, the size of some of the guys they got so many 300 and 320 pounders, 310 pound. I mean, Cam Jordan, he's a defensive end and he's 290 pounds. That just tells you to the size of their football team. And I just have a hard time thinking that Minnesota can dominate that group in the run game and then open up all the things that you mentioned.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it would be even more stunning. Not even more stunning. It would be as stunning as that game back in 1987 when the Vikings and the Saints got together and the Vikings somehow stunned the Saints. I don't see it happening
it would be
either.
more
I agree
stunning,
with you.
I think.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.